Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone switched off, but I was just reposting. I'd reposted a video a bit earlier on when I was hosting Afropunk, and it was December 31st, rather, 2019, and we all like 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Introducing the year 2020. And Minashem's Papa, I was like, this is the year! So we're just laughing here, looking at the video. Yo. If only we knew. And we came in hard. Like, we were like, yo, 2020, you know? What's it? What's the saying? New year, new me. No, I don't know. Like, 2020 was that year. And you know what? 2019, Shems Yakolis. We will learn to be grateful for whatever year we get. Because, Shem, I genuinely came in hard for this year. We all had big dreams for this year. And this year, we were all humbled, Shem. What a humbling year. I think sometimes, when you come through, but, I came through. So I'm looking at that. If you look at my Insta story, I think it's the last video I've reposted. Shout out to Daniel who sent it to me. Yo, guys, I came through. And I remember watching that. It's like when you go into therapy and, they play back something or you're playing it in your head. So I'm looking at it like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Skapapa. What Papa Nandi? So I'm looking and I can't stop laughing because if someone told, obviously all of us, that 2020 would be like this, we'd definitely say, there's no way. But there's also beauty in everything. I mean, this is a party, right? I'm joking. Right, guys? Is this not like the biggest 40th party? No, but on the real, it's just beauty, and like I said earlier on, in enjoying relationships. Zakes, people were enjoying your story. I don't know if you remember where you...
I was.
Yeah, but not like a 40-year-old. Do it like, your younger self, because the older one gets...
But I am 14 years, man. Why should I get to this family? No, no shortcuts here.
Someone asked me, what am I drinking? No, I'm not drinking anything. This is just how I am.
Try to have champagne.
Whenever. Yeah, you do have.
Yeah, but I wish it was the South African champagne. Maybe I wish it was that House of PNG, maybe. Because it's South African brand. I know with how you are with South African brands. It's still one thing that they don't know. People don't know about you.
As much as possible.
That you love people. And to forget about my e-wallet. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I like to... First of all, I do like to help. I don't like talking about that side of me. I do like to help. But I like...
I'm sorry not to expose it.
Yes, but what I do like is supporting local brands.
No, that you don't even have to say.
Yeah, but I do like doing it quietly. But yeah, I like it.
But anyways, so to my story.
Guys, no, Gary saying, what am I smoking? No, Gary. When you're a mom, well, okay, in my case, let me speak for myself. I'm not sniffing, smoking, nothing. I am sober as a judge, man. But we're just having a good. Oh, are my eyes telling different? Yes, it's saying Kulile. It's like 12. Yo. Like, it's no tired at 12. I'm no longer like a spring chicken where you still we tired, man. And also I think, well, in my case, being a parent, especially to very young kids and very sweet, they wake up and like sometimes they'll wake up randomly at 1:00, and it's not 1:00 for them to be like and then sleep. They'll wake up, and want to chat and want to catch up and then go to sleep. So that's what I'm doing. Thank you so much for the kind words. I was enjoying your story. I just don't know where you left off. If you remember, let's put it back to you.
So I know where.
Someone said I'm tipsy. You see, babe, people think I'm tipsy. You see, when you get old, 12 gives you the tipsy look. Yazin. Uyangisukela because all I had was amanzi, iti, non-food. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for the kind words. Let me just quickly put it back. Zakes, you ready?
Yes. So I think, like English, it's like there's something about
the car.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So I think
thank you.
I think it's important to know.
Puseletso, thank you so much for that.
And I'm not saying this thing. I think it is important because I'm not saying but there are people who would say this thing, a breaker. I'm not saying it's to break. I'm saying it to tell you how isn't it could change within 8 months. So in 8 months, literally, so around February, release the album
yeah, Bani, because sorry, some people, yeah.
So around February, I'm working.
This is what year? Sorry,
this is 2016. No, 2006.
Okay.
So 2006, around February, I'm broke. Anginalutho. Literally, so I okay, istory selling ngoma le ibangisukela njalo nge-weekend, so and lento ngiyayi-understand, ngifake ophaka kuyabheda nje kumina, and ngithi ku-Elvovo ngizongenza i-artist. So Elvovo used ukuthi angidoje angibalekele, because really, like, whenever I'm an artist, why don't you make yourself an artist? So this one time, so I project, so ngenza ibangisukela i-instrumental ngayicula, but esithuthi esibhedayo just uwrite ama-lyrics ngase ngiyamlalelisa Elvovo ilalele ibangisukela, yo imnandi ngoma ngithe yakho, trying to excite him. So that evening, so we went to a studio. Safika studio. Ngathi uNkulunkulu wayethi yazi mfana ngifuna ukuthi ubone wenzana. Ekhaya mina sizayona, sisayizona manje sizayona. Siyafika leso studio ababethi bazongile amajita lawa udust beno-KO what not uKO untokozo lo we-TKS kumfana ukuthi uKO waproducer lengithi thina sobabili kabonke sobabili. Siyafika estudio sabo, ngifika estudio sabo unezayoni, izayoni kufanele iphume ngo-12, zayizaphuma ngo-4:30 ekuseni. So salinda until 4:30 in the morning. By the time sebakhathele bona ngene estudio sarekhoda le ngoma ka-LV bangisukela saqeda, i-resistor ofanele sizirekhoda la eGoli. So sathatha ngaqondanisa ngoba kune-work Wednesday. So Tuesday we get past 11 at Durban, so that Wednesday go seven roast after 12. You want just did a match after 12 Mount Ross. So it's taking work Wednesday 20 Randi. Used to give you 2 baggers. C'est gold, c'est demo. So first at demo, so first these other songs. So some students at demo. So this is February. So February, March, April, May, June, July, August. August sareleasa leli album nalo sireleasa ngenyembezi ke abafuna abasafuna bathi sekulate ngoba sereleasa ama-artist big at that time hayi ngakhala kathi bafana ngesho October because that album yavele nje pick up again indlela. So the following year lapho it was around March lapho khona come around March June kanje May June around my birthday lapho khona ngabona khona ukuthi senginemillion in my bank account. Now imagine with August last year you were broke, March next year you are a millionaire, you have 1.4 million. So I went to buy the amount. It was around 300,000 yana, you know, and I said 300,000 yana because I wish I put a million lambda sala. I keep 300. Yeah, well, la pin la sali, la sali million, you know. But to travel the amount of pumeka writing it on a cash in Hambana, never because I like. I showed you one thing was hey, I'm asking this in be like in a sheet within 8 months because this is before Chaunyanga and that in the Pelunyanga. So February last year, so sponsored Wednesday. The following February March, so whoever was sending more to lap any out because they're not taking more to out. Then
that's so beautiful.
Yeah. So sihlale emagarage manje sesifaka ama petrol sesirathi ngintwana nami sengishap then again
so it's possible. God hears you.
Yeah, no, when you
and someone asked if you believe in ancestors. I definitely do. I know you do. So we African first and foremost is sorry, let the 40-year-old speak. More wisdom. More years, more wisdom living.
I think we're not going to be party again for like really
no, it's just fun.
Can you just make this
sorry, okay. Let me not be Miss Patty. Mr. Patty. Kuluma Mr. Patty.
I think the party fan of we are all very time is married, so we have to share this part.
Thank you. Thank you.
We share it now. We share.
Okay, Quebec. Yeah. This is good. Yeah, sorry. This is so good.
Anyway, I don't even know where was I.
Yo, you see, ngiyathandwa ukukhuluma. Hey, skapapa, man. Goes, but you see, the same energy I had for Happy New Year, I'm giving the same energy, man. Yo. No, but you were just talking about obviously them being afforded that, which was a beautiful thing. How I'm talking about the cars. How beautiful time can be and how God can just.
I think we're talking about ancestors.
Oh, Madlos, yeah. Well, yeah.
Anyway.
The shade, but it's his birthday, so I'll take it. The next, trust me, after that. Anyway. Okay, so yeah. Quebec.
But I'm African.
Yeah.
And uma African kuhlukene ngeinhlaka ezu4 ngokwami uba African kunenhlaka so there are 4 inhlaka ngokuthi okusho isingisi inhlaka ngokuthi pointers for me as uzakhele madid engidentify ngayo umuntu engithi lo ngiyazidentify ngaye as a true African. Ne? Why I as a true African because we have Europeans who are calling themselves Africans, you know. In as much as we've got Africans who are calling themselves French, in as much as we have Africans who are calling themselves Americans, you know. But the true Africans in the entire forces is divided into 4. One is umuntu obeliever kumvelinqanga. Umvelinqanga abanye bazombuza ngogod, abanye bazombiza whatever bazombiza ngayo athi umvelinqanga. So umuntu obelieve that's the first belief yakho. The second one umuntu obelieve edlozini, you know. Idlozi ngizochaza ukuthi idlozi leyini, but umuntu obelieve edlozini bese umuntu acknowledge ngicela uyibambe lento umuntu obelieve edlozini umuntu acknowledge amathonga ngicela ukuyiphinda umuntu obhilivele edlozini nomuntu acknowledge amathonga, you know. Bese ukuthi-ke owesithathu umuntu ohlonipha abantu abadala. African unalezo iy'nsika eziwu-4. So it's God, umvelincane, amadlozi, amathonga, nabazali babo. Now phecelezi ingelosi, angels, amadlozi. Bese uzothi umuntu owaphila naye emhlabeni who lived your life, like my mom who's late, ithonga. My mom is not English. Uyithonga. Cause umana ephila emhlabeni unedlozi. And idlozi is what you call in English an angel. So an angel of luck, an angel that looks after you, an angel. That is idlozi. That's how that means angels. So that's why. So there's a lot of misinterpretation when people say, "Hey, party, umuntu angabayidlozi lapho kanjani umuntu oyiphila ngayo emhlabeni." Ithonga lelo. Try futhi ithonga because it's coming from a word ubuthongo. Means these are people now who are sleeping. So when you die, you become ithonga. You don't become idlozi. Because idlozi is an angel. So unedlozi lemvula, which idlozi lemvula is what you call in isiZulu nomkhubulwane. Idlozi lemvula ilapho khona abantu bakwaZulu behamba beye entabeni beyocela imvula if there was no rain. Sekuqala ukuthi inkomo nemfuyo ilambe, then they will go to the mountain, you know, to beg and bacele bakhonze idlozi lemvula, which is nomkhubulane, the angel of the rain. So these are things that are very important in terms of like our African culture, and why all these things are so many are important. Now, there isn't anything that a figure with the European culture in Africa except poverty and guns and destruction and jail. You're in Europe because when they come with God, we had a God, we used to call him Mvelinga. When they came with an angel, we had an angel, we used to call it Jesus. When they come with when then they say you never have to acknowledge people that you lived with, then we're like, as African, no ways. Itonga lam lelo. That's why that's an itonga lam that's why izangoma zinengoma zamathonga. Because amathonga izangoma isikhathi esiningi kuthiwa ama-gift azo are given by people abanye bephila ngazo. So that's why izangoma zizoba namathonga azo. These are people that they've lived, that they know. Ukuthi ugogo wakho waphila wayezalwa kubaba wakho uyena umuntu okubhekile. Ithonga lapho lelo. It's not idlozi. Idlozi is your angel. Which idlozi yilona elisondelene kakhulu nomvelincane. So baqinisile abantu ababethi ngithumela idlozi lami lingikhulumele noNkulunkulu. Qinisile, you speak to an angel ukuthi khulumele noNkulunkulu, an angel of luck, an angel of rain, an angel of whatever. So that these are things okhuluma nazo. So umuntu akaqamba mangame ethi ukhuluma nedlozi lakho ukuthi ukhuluma nomvelincane or ukhuluma noGod. That's very true because idlozi is an angel. Ithonga yilo muntu ophile naye waseyashona then you become ithonga lakho because usebuthongeni. So and then bese wena khona le ekugcina nxa bese sokuthi le yokuhlonipha abantu abadala ukuthi insika, or I'll say it's a foundation of umuntu omnyama le nto, you know, because bese iBhayibheli lithi uthi hlonipha uyihlo nonyoko. We had that even before iBhayibheli said it in an African culture. That's why in African culture there who auntie, and in a European culture there's only aunt and uncle. In an African culture khona auntie, khona malume, khona mamkhulu, khona mamncane, khona ugogo khona ukhokho khona yonke labo bantu laba abanye amagama abo ahlukanisekile because they were all important. Now in a European culture they didn't have that because it was only just themselves. Yeah. So I think isn't that as important for us I mean, that's why sometimes when people get misunderstood, because I think there are a lot of things it is understand on that, and how powerful we are, you know. So when people speak about, especially because abantu abamnyama, and then people who speak about melanin, and then they say melanin protects us from the sun, melanin means okay, but the melanin doesn't not only do that. Melanin, it gives something else. And you remember before there were Europeans, we never used to wear our glasses. That's us born. And so we never used to have cancer because we never had preserved food. We never used to have we never used to have jails. We never used to deal with the issue of rape. All these issues are gone. We never used to deal with them because the structure set was so tight that the system, if you're misbehaving, you try to keep it apparently because you would not move from one area to another without him doing ayazi ukuthi uphuma point ubani ubaba wakho ubani uma wakho iziphinzi wakhona naziphinzi. You needed to have all those information for you to be able to be accepted onto another region of this particular with no region. You remember when we were buying ushaka, when we were buying ilembe yakashaka, wafanele sambe senduneni induni ngibuza ukuthi ngubani nguzalo ubani ngakuphi enjani yonke ngokwezinduna sifuna ukwenza nomhlaba kwamele sichaze yonke leyo nto lokumayinduna is grand. So money wasn't important. The money was there, but it was not important. It was a community accepting ukuthi kuzabantu abamadata lapha. I-community ivuma ukuthi bathini bazokwenzana induni ithi hayi bathi bazokwani but kwama. You remember which we waited for like 2 weeks for us to get an approval if the community accepts us, which is you know.
Can I add as well, and that's so profound. I would say what I loved most about specifically Induna that we're talking about is that you also, status doesn't matter. Even if they know who you are, it's okay, sharp, Zakes, whoever. It was like, why do you want to, whether it's buying land or whatever. And I think that was so important because we live now in society where whether you're a good person or not, you want to do good or not, if you have money, it talks, or if you have somewhat status, it talks more than you being a good person. And I think that's such a beautiful and humbling experience, and so refreshing. But I was speaking to Bablinda Spear earlier on, and I think the main thing for us as South Africans is to see pre-1652 and post-1652, the differences, whether it's in our family structure, social structures, and just especially from an economic perspective, and how so much was taken from us. I was just saying how someone like Henry Fufoot, who obviously was a social engineer for apartheid and Bantu education, how he was cum laude in sociology and psychology, so he's like top of class at the University of Stellenbosch for mind and how people socially behave. And then also did journalism and became an editor at some point. So that's controlling the media. And how they had like Bascorp, they had like different factions and systems where, for example, Muntomyama would work for Bonamapuno, but you wouldn't be part of the economy, Or purists who wanted people to live in their own regions and to have nothing to do with them. So I always say this, it's not a coincidence that the system does not support us. So someone can do everything by the book, as Muntomyama, and still find themselves, unemployed. But Stacy, who, like for example, if you were into multiracial school, Stacy is guaranteed a job. Why Stacy is guaranteed a job? It's because her dad owns the company. So whether she fails, or doesn't have work experience, or she's guaranteed a job, And the system's not like that. In fact, that was mainly, I was watching Blood and Water, and that was mainly my tweets with young people. The ones that obviously, Twitter's all about misinterpreting. In fact, I was telling Linda Spear about the meme. This is my favorite meme that says, where someone says, I prefer something like mangoes to oranges. And they say a random person's response is, so that means you hate oranges and you forgot to mention pineapples and let's say like avocado. Educate yourself. But that's Twitter, where obviously people always misinterpret, misconstrue, whether it's for genders or not or whatever. That's I actually, the platform entertains me. And no one's safe. But what it was actually being said is that how I wish we could just play around with our lives. But I realize as umuntu omnyama, like, when you Steve Biko say, black child, you're on your own. The system, you can do, I know so many graduates, incredible minds, and bahlele ekhaya, and they, hey man, the fact that it's so hard for them to find work when they've done everything by the book. So imagine more if you just, like, that's what I was saying, that we can't afford to waste time. We should be given that, being able to be whatever. Obviously, I'm not saying to be rebellious, but to be whatever, be able to take gap years, Like, like Jane is like, I'm going to take a gap year, and then, I think I'm going to study, but I just want to find myself. But hey, I'm going to find myself. You must try to tell your parents. Guys, I just want to find myself. Baba. Just, I want to find myself. Hey. And I think that's a reality that we need to realize that the system's it's not there, and there was we have like pseudo freedom, not one that's, from an economic perspective, it's not real. And obviously during 94, we were all forced to hold hands and say, okay, we all one. But when you really mean one and united, that must be from a social and economic perspective as well. Otherwise, how does that work? You say you won, but people are living completely different lives, Some it's like 400 years of wealth. Others it's none at all. Maybe one generation. But, the injustice in South Africa is just, it like tears me apart. So when you Steve Biko says, black child, you're on your own, it's not to put pressure to anyone or anxiety. It's more, that advice is more just to say, if you can, avoid any more obstacles that already exist by virtue of the skin of your color, please do. You hear what I'm saying? Like, if you can try, because the system doesn't want you to thrive. And I think we live in dangerous times because there's a lot of facade where we think that we are somewhat empowered. One thing about apartheid, is that it was obvious that there was a system to segregate and oppress, But what happens if it's subtle? That's like where you're dying slowly and you're not even aware that maybe not so much has changed, But that's just me. And so I think it's very important that people read and listen carefully, because, for example, whether it's myself or Zakes or anyone, no one needs to advise anyone. We can all just go and live our lives, you get what I'm saying, and not share or impart any wisdom, you know, and just keep it to ourselves or for our kids, you know. But I think one thing I used to I love about Abantu Bamnyama, which we obviously unfortunately losing more and more, but we shouldn't lose it, is our sense of community. Ukuthi, my child is your child is my child, and that I care. So the advice I'm giving my child, obviously good advice, I should want the next kid to have. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think that's key, because we, at the end of the day, we're a community, and that's how communities thrive. When I was in pre-primary school, in fact, I was saying it to Bablinda Sbe, in their life. I went to a Jewish school, and the one thing I took away from going to such a school is how they are so close-knit and united, you know. I always say, you know, obviously the concept of divide and rule existed, and some it still exists, and you see it. It was intentional for Abantu Bamnyama from here and the diaspora, and how important it is for us as a people to understand that game and understand if we contribute into it. We need to be more united than ever, you know, because then you make those guys, Jengabo would win, and see you go to what they were trying to do, and that's systemic racism and breaking down the mind of a black man that Steve Biko was so passionately trying to heal, you know. You then adhere to that. You make someone like him or his legacy happy, you know. It's so important for us to be united, because then we really can stand up for what we deserve. I think thina zabantu bamnyama, especially eMzansi, yeah, we deserve so much, and you know, this is not justice, but we're getting really deep as well. I just want to share that with you guys, and for those that just have joined, it's Zakes' 40th birthday. And it's such a blessing. But again, if you can play your role, please, let's be united and love one another. Yeah, and I'm sending you guys so much love, honestly and truly, and thank you for tuning in, man. Are there any last words for the birthday boy? Because it's way past my bedtime.
You know,
love you guys.
I mean, you know, so
yeah, I will lie. Yeah.
I'm lying. I think one thing that is very much important was angiyithandi lento yokuthi sonke sithi, hey guys, we need to support each other, black people just don't pull together, blah blah blah, don't, you know. To your point, we are so broken, and first and foremost, we need to understand what is irresponsibility of each generation. I'm turning 40 this year. So, black people are born from 1980 until 1990. What is their responsibility? What are we expecting out of them? You know, what can they do? And those who are born in 1962, 1972, 1980, and 1962, you know? Because even when you look at the political, we only were able to vote. But US Freedom Charter was written in 1952. You know, in 1948 there was a Group Areas Act. So you can see what the way organizations were there. So each generation played a role. That's why there was a generation of 1976. There's a generation in 1952 party Group Areas Act. There's a generation in 1912 ANC the African National Congress. So you can then tell. So I think when we talk the issue of of liberating an African child or an African umuntu omnyama, we need to put aside so that we are able to see Magama wins way too, because we'll be depressed if it's one and two are not winning. You know? Firstly, I don't think it's anything in our generation we will be able to see with our own bank. And some people will say, why would you say that? I'm saying because abaningi abantu abamnyama in South Africa don't have money. It's not money. It's imali, but abantu beyifaka imali uthi kushiya umhlanga into akasanayo. You know, so black people are unable to bank money. They are unable to keep money there.
Because you haven't been allowed to. Because we don't have.
Yeah, so we live from check. So majority of black South Africans live from check to check. Look what is happening right now with COVID-19. It actually exposes what is South African and I mean, what is South Africa, you know? So, because even now COVID-19, if you look at it in the way break it down, it's a pandemic of privilege. You know why I'm saying it's a pandemic of privilege? Because when you have to social distance, you have to live in a house big enough for you to social distance. You know, when I say to you, you must wash your hands, it means you must be in excess of clean water. When I say you must use a sanitizer, it means you must have money to buy sanitizer. When I say to you must wear masks, it means you must have money to buy masks. So it is a pandemic of privilege. You know? So now, so it's easy for people to say do these things and do that and then judge. But because they don't understand what they are coming from privilege, there's no social. You can't even, no matter how much you want to do social distancing. I mean, getting a Jay in a two-room house is 16. I'm going to social distancing in these times, and I'm thinking to myself, in a two-room house, how are they going to practice the social distancing? That's why. But so people are unable to bank. So even if you fully bank today, nabantu abamnyama uthi ngiyavula bank come nizo bank ana nabantu abamnyama. Firstly, ama companies owasebenzelayo, they will tell you ukuthi thina sizoholela ka FNB or Standard Bank or Capitec or all these 5 major banks. This other bank ongihamanga lalo mina ngizoholela la bese imali yakho uyima uyisusa lapho uyise lapho uma ufuna ukuyisusa. Now you'll be taxed more. So you might as well uholele ndawo ozohola yo, you know? And then nakhona nje live from check to check. So ukwazi ukuthi uthathe imali uyifake lapha. Now how do banks make money? Bank make money by ukuthi kube khona imali ehlala ebank, bathathe leyo mali babolekise ngayo, then they make interest, then they come back in with that interest, and then bakunikeza imali yakho. That's how they make interest. So they take people's money to go and invest somewhere and make interest ngaleyo mali. So if imali ngeke izihlale ebank, i-black bank izokhona kanjani ukuthi kwenzeke? So I think it's a responsibility yethu right now is to collect enough capital. You know, I think our job is to collect enough capital for us. Ukuthi maklele my daughter or my kid or my son nomunye umuntu omnyama nomunye omnyama, but actually, you know, I want to invest in this thing. How much can you raise? That's now I trust 100 home, maybe I can raise 10 million. Now I can raise 10 million. Who thought maybe five black kids can raise 50 million. Now that's when they can say, okay, we can then open our own bank, because at least we know 50 million ungahlala bank. Now uzothi ufuna license bank, license bank, ufuna license commercial bank, but you should have at least 150 million sitting and not doing anything. Now, how are you going to do that? Now, I'm saying what's in it. There are certain steps that FNS has with the map steps as far as so far. The generation needs to, the side generation also start dealing in the way black tax. Before you can even buy your first car, or if you but there are so many people about driver imoto that abazazi would I afford a better car than this one that I'm driving, but I can't buy the better one because it means I'm sacrificing my cousin's education, I'm sacrificing my other cousins' education, sacrificing my siblings' education, also sacrificing my grocery. So the car that you'd like to drive or the place where you want to live, it goes to other people, and that is your responsibility. Or esakusalele, and mhlawumbe leyo responsibility zokubamba for a certain year, and obviously cousin wakho maybe or your sibling might not need to do that. So that's why it is important as people move, you must make sure ukuthi akekho efamilini yenu niphindisele move. Ningathi nonke uthothi nina nila nonke manje kuyabhedwa kwamanje, but nonke nifuna ukufunda. Lo sathi usafunda bese evets afika adlale nge-opportunity. I think it goes back to what you were saying. Nangu ke lona ke manje uselapha afika evets afika be sharp afika ahamba abe ayilahle leyo opportunity leyo. That opportunity could have been given to someone else also make sure good, because right now we can't play with the opportunities. No? But also, I think another thing which is much more important, I want to understand, would say there are so many things. One of my cousins of things, racism. These are same siblings and cousins, so they're the same family. Racism, tribalism, colorism, capitalism, classism. What can I want? Well, this is total 5. Racism, colorism, classism,
tribalism. What was it?
Yeah. So racism, tribalism, classism, colorism, and capitalism. Ama cousins lawo way 5. As one, wonke nje way 5 kanje ane division ayenzayo. I'm gonna explain what divisions awenzayo just quickly, But anama divisions awenzayo zonke lezi zinto lezi zoyi5 zezindlaka. Now, what do classism does? So classism, so thina abantu abamnyama siyeshawe racism, ne? Mase seshawe racism bese kuze classism. That's what the classism says. So ilento yenza ukuthi abantu bajajane, yabo? And isifo excuse me, isifo engisibonayo esisiphethe thina abantu abamnyama ukuthi okay, isifo sethu lesesikhona, and there's a way that we need to deal with it. There's an unspoken word, or there's an unspoken, this thing is not spoken, but it's there. 3, 1, ukuthi abelungu in terms of their color, down top. Then Asians are second. Then Africans are on the bottom.
Because they made a system for us to think that way.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, because
it's not spoken. It's the system. And then my system is very loud. Racism, tribalism.
No,
God has never created those things. So these are all man-made divisions, all of them. So, umuntu omnyama. So all these people, boy 3, in their color, all they are trying to do is to live in an expensive body and be respected and feel good about themselves. That's what they want. So umuntu omnyama, that's why abanye abantu abamnyama, umuntu omnyama athenga all brands, brands. Louis Vuitton up, down, or Gucci, or all these things. Now, I go to uyashanya lo muntu. It because ufuna umbono ukuthi ngeke umthathe kancane njengabanye abantu abamnyama yena unemali. Yabo? Or wena ngeke umthathe kancane yena udifferent. So when we buy these things, majority of the time, sithenga we are trying to put value in our skin. That's what we do. Now, that's why people are not fascinated about Louis Vuittons, because they get the same service or value that we have to buy Louis Vuitton for. In a restaurant, essentially, a humble skin,
yeah,
the same no park. Uthola the same service. When you told to Louis Vuitton from top to bottom. But go park away. Njengaye uyesenzini restaurant uzobona ukuthi kwenzakala. So then thina what we're going to do sisale siyajajana sithi lo akaze lo twist ungathenga zonke lezi impahla le mali ongako oyithole nge10 vele wathenga imoto vele wathenga impahla buka manje ukuthi unjani. But this person you'll forget that this person ever since they were born they've never been happy. This was the first time they won imali in their bank account, but for the first time I want to be happy. I want people to look at me. I want people to adore me. Ubani ungafuna ukadoro, ubani umuntu ungafuna ukucelebrate, ubani umuntu ungafuna ukuthanda. So when lo muntu isema ka honestly, ingoba le mali ayithola is the first time ezomenza ukuthi adrive BMW bamvume. Into ayifunayo leyo. Na umuntu ungakadinga ukuthi abhayize ngemali ngoba uvunywa vele engayenzanga lutho. Uma ufika egarage uhamba ngemoto, ama petrol attendants abiza athi ngamba. Ngibuza lenye out ngithi why ngibiza ngengamba ngudaka athi aphethe wonke umuntu ophathe imali engamba. Now I understand how twisted we are. Now it means vele uma ubona umlungu ingamba. So mina when I work hard and drive a beautiful car, then I become a white person.
Ubani umlungu wakho like usebenza.
Yeah, no, when I work hard, when you credit my blood and sweat to a white man. So because we are saying when there's no powerful black man who can drive this. It can only be a white man. So
or that only that person deserves. That we don't deserve anything.
That's how much that. That's how I'm mang drive a car or mang buge ngazo singmenye uthi ngamla amawahle ngam. These are just these pocket things ezincane. That's real. Uze lokishini makuthiwa kwaze kwakuhle la ekhaya ngathi kwamlungu. Uzomosha intana ngathi kwamlungu la ekhaya. These are things ezincane. So ingane mayikhulu incane ingane njengoshayo esikoleni masithi kwaze kwakuhle la ngathi kwamlungu. Ithi should namfana ngekamlungu lila. Because ihlezi kukhulu ngithiwe ngathi kwamlungu leyo ndawo ngifuna ukuba ileyo nto le. Then aspiration.
Systemic this is systemic
thing. Yebo. So then sizojaja sijaja umuntu sithi why lo muntu ebhale ethenga le moto why umuntu ehamba ngale moto ebehlale Soweto. But listen, in our house, okay, it's different with you, but most of the people, if they figure engineer bafika around 6 o'clock beshaye traffic. Bafika around 6 o'clock 7 o'clock umuntu kanjani 7 uyageza uyadla ukhathele uphuma emsebenzini angene ngoba enalale. So ending kakho enjoy for only 2 hours or 1 hour edla ngoba ufika bese yahamba ku7. So most of the time uspend emontweni. He spends 1 hour in his house ngoba most hours usokelele, and then he spends about 5 hours on the road. So for him in terms of economics, ukuhlala emotweni comfortable emsebenzini abantu bazombona bathi why udrive imoto enje Nandi. It makes him feel good, makes him or her feel good that then lo muzi wakho oyimention abantu abangayazi behamba ngeTez abamthatha kancane ngoba abasoze babona lo muzi. So ngona flip izinto around. I drive an expensive car,
which is a depreciating asset.
But these are things that you just need to understand, because once you understand, and then you will understand we do not have to judge each other as if it's a lima because I see it's on lima. A system is sense of what behave differently than any other person, because Tina see decode the system who's a 7 for Tina because it's not for us. So that's why Tina fanele singenele ngaka left. Ingakho even makhulunywa ngama LSM ingakwazi ukumkhipha umuntu omnyama imbele la thiwa no LSM 425 bane DStv lalela, even LSM 1 elokushini ne DStv. Umuntu onganalutho kodwa ubone ne DStv. Yebo, so umuntu one BMW uzoba ne iPhone, uthothi khona umuntu one iPhone elokushini nje manje uthi wana BMW. But in terms of like market research isitshela lokho ukuthi umuntu odrive BMW odrive Mercedes uphathe iPhone, elokushini khona umuntu one Louis Vuitton ophathe iPhone kodwa ngona imoto. Because the system it cannot fit umuntu omnyama khaxa because it's not made for us. So that reason iyona futhi singakhona ngakuthi sihlule le system, unlock sihlule, singenele ngemuva. yes ingenele ngaphambili yabo. And this one, so tribalism, guys, ngoba sesoyeka tribalism, as you know, in terms of tribe, I'm Xhosa, I'm Zulu, I'm Venga, I'm Sotho, and then yes, so classism. Now it is important to us again. Classism is politicians currently. When uzotshela ukuthi ubona ipolitician ukuthi umuntu omnyama lo uzoba umuntu omnyama kanti isihlukile usekwi-classism manje i-class ukuthi hey thina sesiyilabantu sama-investors thina manje, so ayisekho ikhala lapho, ayisekho ikhala. Usibanibani nosibanibani ibona ngempela ngoba sine-investment engaka, and uma kuzophatha ubani ngeke sizo-downgrade-wa, and we are going to lose millions and millions of rands, so we can choose anyone for me to save my millions and rands. Ukuthi mangukuthi an Indian personnel would be the one who's going to save my interest, ngizochoose yena. If uzoba umlungu ngizochoose umlungu. Noma ngathi uyishayina mazothiwa nje yazi for you to secure your imali yakho, the day niba ne-president eshayina South Africa, then you'll be better with investment. Those people abakwi-classism bawumchoose. I-classism sees no color. I-classism, all they deal with is the class.
Wealth, yeah.
They want and worth. That's what they want. Now, we understand that sometimes so nokumbona umuntu omnyama uyitshethwena uhamba nawe is a socialist. And I am socialist. Maybe is a classist. What was when lo muntu lo uthanda belunga? No. They have a common thing that they say Babi. Class. Many classes. There are any classes as classes in Kabal. They're about saving their millions. Yeah, and then one biggest mistake that we also do with CJ with some politicians and leaders. Listen, there's a politician and then there's a leader. These are two different things. And this does not mean that a politician can lead. And this also does not mean that a leader can be a politician. Leader no with politics, it just means that you can engage. And you represent a certain constituency. That's what being a politician means. But it doesn't mean what you lead, what you can lead. So I think these are just things that we just need to understand. What is forgive it in a case we are dealing with a lot of things. So umuntu omnyama umebona ngakusupport. Ungacabanga ukuthi ngoba akakusupport ngoba ekuzonda. We need to decode. Kunezinto eziningi esifanele siyi-decode ngathi. Asimele eziningi kumele sisi-understande ngathi. Ukuze sikhona ukuthi sikhulume ngathi. Because i-system ishayile. So mabona umuntu wangakini ethenga i-BM kodwa ehlala for ungamjudge. Mhlambe that BM we need a more than need a indlu. Ngoba leyo BM iyona emenza ukuthi mayifika emathendeni eyothola ama-briefing bamthathe serious. Mhlambe leyo BM iyona emtholela abantu. Mhlambe leyo BM iyona emtholela imisebenzi. La le misebenzi emincane nayo. Mangasathenga i-test ngambhedela. So these are things that you just need to understand ngathi. I'm not saying ukuthi abekho abantu abangabi irresponsible. Well, there are those who are responsible, but majority of the people. Akekho umuntu ospend imali bethi mina akuzospend imali ngihlupheke ngakusasa. Usuke spend icawuthi ngakusasa khona enyezayo. Kanti singafsays. This is just that. Basically, that's what I wanted to share. Love you guys. Take care of yourself and each other. Don't forget, it's my 40th birthday today. I'm also excited. I ngithole email evele ngishintsha ngathomela ngisha my own wife. After seeing that email, what's it? Can I make you something to eat? I was like, yeah, it was something.
And I'm not that wife. But yeah, very proud of him. Just wanted to share that with you guys. Thank you so much, Zakes, for your wisdom. We always like engaging about the country and trying to play our part, and to be honest. So we appreciate you guys hearing what we have to say. Please, in any corner you're in, know that you can change your narrative. Sorry, I'm gonna ask Zakes. Volume, love. But that you can that you can always change your narrative, and that there's a bigger picture here. Because since 1652, we have been oppressed, and just if we can be united and stay focused, and not this thing of like bashing one another, we just can't afford to, you know. So I'm sending you so much love. I hope somehow this has changed someone's life to do more, to do better. And I know a lot of people want many of us, especially particularly with the female media personalities, to always just like post photos of us, you know, trying to look cute or looking cute or whatever the case may be. But, you know, it's important also to engage on real matters. It just shows you also care, you know. There's a lot happening in this country that's been happening for years. You know, we're not yet free. Freedom is something else, man, you know. So, sending you so much love and hope for a better tomorrow. And yeah, this has been great. So happy 40th, my love. It's a big one, and I wouldn't spend it any other way. As you can see, we're social distancing. As we said as a joke, when you get married, you social distance naturally. But no, seriously, we love you so much. And this guy, this human being here is my best friend. You know, we don't share that much about one another, but he really is. He's my best friend. He means the world to me, and his brain is incredible. But also, more importantly, he's just has a good heart. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I know a lot of you said, I hope I can save this life. You know, I've been having something where when I end it, sometimes it doesn't let me save it or share. So I hope I can. And I will try my best to save it so you guys can watch it. But more importantly, I'm sending you love. Don't forget that there's a system, divide and rule. So when you're bashing one another, you know, our fellow brothers and sisters, whether they're people celebrate or your everyday person, remember you are contributing to that system that the very Jan van Riebeeck and Above Voort were creating, so that you can't even live harmoniously amongst one another. And therefore you cannot thrive and do well and succeed. So be careful which part you play. Yes, we're all victims of the system, but let's try to change that narrative for the future generations and say that's the role we played. I want to say this to all of you. You deserve the world, and you will get the world. You will get every single thing you want and you deserve. Amen. It is for you. It is done. It is done. Sending you so much love. And we're going to party in silence because they're kids in the house.
What is next? It's not live, no? Party today.
Yes. Oh, guys, yeah, later on, we're going to have a live party at home at Dita's. What time should we do it?
Yeah, I don't know, 7.
7?
Ish.
Oh, see, we want to do the 7, but baby, should we do it like 6? 5? Okay, so we'll confirm tomorrow morning what time we'll do the party for you guys. Sending you so much love. And here's to a beautiful future. So excited for you guys. Much love. I'm out. This was great. Love you guys. Bye. Good night.